Do you ever wish you were born a guy? Do I ever wish I was born a guy? Lord, no, I've always been a sissy. And if I'd have been born a man, I'd have been a drag queenie.
The number one Dolly Parton pet peeve.
Nobody notices I've got a great ass, too.
Where?
Do you lift weights? And if so, would you work out with me sometime?
Do I lift weights? Yeah, every time I stand up.
First thing you do when you get out of bed in the morning?
I used to get up, put on my clothes, and go home.
Do you believe in living together before you're married?
Lord, I don't even believe in living together after you're married. I've been married for...
Hi, Dolly. I'd like to know, how long does it take to do your hair?
How would I know? I'm never there.
And the most beautiful woman I had ever seen in my life we didn't go to town that much, but when I would go to see her because she had these long red fingernails, she wore bright lipstick, she had peroxide blonde hair, wore tight clothes, short, and I thought she was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. And my mother said, "Oh, she's just trash. She's just a tramp." And I thought, that's what I want to be when I grow up. Boob jokes are not near as funny as most of the boobs that tell them. But I also say that people are always talking about my boobs, and I happen to have a nice ass, too.
So how are you defying age, Dolly? What you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm a cartoon, so I just look the same all the time. It's the same thing. I just put mine on, so
But you've been open about that. You have had some work done. Some tucks and pulls and
yes,
sucks?
Yes, I have, and I'll have some more when I need them.
Really?
Folks, you know that this guy is single. And I just want you to know that if I was 20 years younger and I was single, and you like little blondes with the big hair and big ideas, that I would be giving you a run for your money. Randy Travis!
Dolly, I'd like to ask you a question.
Okay.
I know that you have a lot of experience wearing wigs.
Yeah.
And I wonder, should I use Rogaine? Should I get a wig? Or should I stay the way I am? What do you think, Dolly?
I think you should stay the way you are, because just because you've lost your fuzz don't mean you're not a peach.
I heard that you look at your boobs as show dogs or show horses, right? And you say you have to keep them groomed.
Oh, I do. I call these my weapons of mass distraction. But I wanted you to know that I'm not dying. Did you see that AI picture of Reba and me? Oh, Lordy. I mean, they had Reba at my deathbed, and we both look like we need to be buried. But anyway, there's just a lot of rumors flying around. But I figured if you heard it from me, you'd know that I was okay. So anyhow, that's what I wanted to say, and I'm not ready to die yet.
Were you always bunched up at the top?
I've always had big uns, but but I've had a little help lately.
You have?
Yeah, well, when my husband said, "Let me see your boobs," and had to pull my skirt up, I thought I'd better do it.
Back when I started bleaching my hair, I was about 15 years old, brought up in a very religious family. And when I went home with my hair all bleached and teased all up like everybody's doing now, and I had my hair all up, and my mama said, "Oh, Lord, where did I fail? The Lord must be putting me through some kind of test." I guess I must look about like you there. She said, "It must have been Satan himself make you wear your hair like that." I said, "Now, Mama, let's give credit where credit's due. I thought this up myself."
Well, I'm tacky as anybody at home. You know, we all have our comfort zone.
Yes.
Everybody's comfort zone is different. But I do wear the shoes. I'm so used to wearing them. I loved high heels before I knew I was even going to be short. So, but I wear them. I can't even reach my cabinets and things, so I often wear them. You know, it's like, when I'm in Japan, though, it's perfect. I can wear my flats because I can reach everything.
What's Dolly like at home? We see you out and about all the time, but we don't get to see you at home.
Oh, that's right, and you wouldn't want to. I always sleep with my makeup on, you know, and my hair to where if I have to get put out in the streets in an earthquake or something, I'm not going to be on the news saying, did you see Dolly Parton?
Running out of the house in the airplane.
I'd rather be dead than to be caught like that.
The question is, if you could tell teenagers of America today one thing, whether it be advice or something of support, what would it be?
I would say, act like it's raining every day and wear your rubbers.
Were you active? Were you in musical productions and the Glee Club and that kind of thing?
No, I was the most popular girl in school, but for the
You were
wrong
the
reason.
Oh, really?
I never was the cheerleader. I never really got voted for anything. I wore a lot of makeup. I wore real tight clothes, and I wore my hair all, mile high. That was.
Well, those don't sound like the wrong reasons, Dolly.
Well, but I'm just saying, I looked
Sound like the right reasons to
I
me.
looked like the real trash that a lot of the girls were. I mean,
when you act, and you sell it so well, and nobody ever, right off the bat, you're into your character, and you're not looking at Dolly Parton anymore.
If you look real close, I only take parts that is pretty close to my own personality. I have never yet done one of those scenes, even the best little whorehouse in Texas, although I made a better whore than I did a secretary.
And Dolly, my husband's waist has increased so rapidly over the years. Of course, he refuses to buy bigger pants. He's really starting to look ridiculous, and I really don't know how to tell him. What do you think, Dolly?
Well, personally, I've been so fat in my life, I sympathize with anybody with weight problem for any reason. Remember, I used to tell you when I tried to haul ass, I had to make 2 trips. Maybe you should just tell him to haul ass and go buy him some new pants. I write a lot of songs when I don't have my guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I beat around on the dashboard in my car when I'm riding around writing songs. But then I have a little rhythm that we can do with these acrylic nails. Can you do that?
Yep.
Oh, good. You want to play a little song for him? Get up close to your microphone. We're mic'd right down in here. Get up close to it. Okay.
That's cute.
Can you hear that?
See, we did plan this, but we didn't know how it was going to sound.
Well, we were planning
real
to see if we could do something like, Mama, little children love shortening, shortening. Mama, little children love shortening bread. Mama, little children love shortening, shortening. Mama, little children love shortening bread. Wait, Patty.